change because I have put the dollar sign before the A. So in the absolute reference, your control D and control R will not change your row and column. Second is the mixed reference case. Okay. In the mixed reference, what will happen? We have a two kind of a scenario. One, it might be I need to put the dollar sign before the column only, but not before the row. Second case might be this one, vice versa. So understand this first one. So I have not put the dollar sign before the row. It means before the one I have not put the dollar sign. So when I will drag this formula, my row number will get changed. It means control D will work. But before the A, I have not put, before the A, I have put the dollar sign. So control R will not get changed. And here, this will be the vice versa, right? And the third one is the relative reference. In this, dollar sign will not use, which is the default one. So in this case, both will work. So if you understand the summary of this, so summary simply says control D will increase your row, control R will increase your column. Whatever you do not want to increase from row or column, just put the dollar sign before that. If you do not want to increase the column, put the dollar sign before column. If you do not want to increase the row, put the dollar sign before the row. Simple. Now let's see how we will use into a real scenario. For example, I have given you a number as a 50 into this B2 cell, and I have given you this 100 to 900 number into this C column. And in this D column, I am just looking for that in each and every number which is mentioned in column C, I want to add that number which is written on this B2 cell. So what you will do, you will add like this plus this, and you will press enter. You are getting the result. Now, if you just try to drag this formula to the downside, so here you can see it is not giving you the correct result. Why? The reason is that when you have implemented the formula in the first cell, which is a C4 and B2, which is absolutely fine, but when it will go into the next cell, C4 will convert into the C5 and B2 will convert into the B3. See. Now again, if it will go into the next cell, C5 will get changed to the C6 and B3 will get changed to the B4. See. So your C column is fine. C column is changing in fine manner. But your B2 cell should not get changed because in each and every number, I need to add this B2 result, B2 cell, 50. So go into the first cell in the formula and put the dollar sign before the row number 2. That the row number 2 should not get changed if I drag the formula to the down. Press the enter and drag the formula again. See. You are getting the correct result now. Correct? So, if you are not aware from this freezing concept, then in each and every cell you have to put the dollar sign or put the formula here manually, right? So simply what I have done in the first cell, I have added the C4 plus B2 and I have put the dollar sign before the row number 2 in B2 cell. So when I will drag this formula to the downside, my B2 number will not get changed. It will always the B2 for each and every record. See, in the next cell also B2 is coming. Here if you see B2 is coming. Here if you see B2 is coming. It is not keep changing. So when I will drag this formula to the downside, it will not keep change. It will remain the same as the B2. Okay. this one. Now here, I have given you some numbers here, 1 to 6. And now what my requirement is, like here, for example, I need the number which is written into the C column, add the number which is written in B2 cell, and here in this E row. For example, in the first cell, I'm looking for 100 plus 50 plus 1, that is 151. In the next cell here, 251, 251. So for this column E, I need to add the 1. For this column F, I need to add the 2. In G column 3, then 4, and so on. So what you will do in the first cell? You will do like this: C4 plus B2 plus E3, and you will press the enter, and which is giving you the correct result, right? Now, I need to make the freezing concept implementation into this formula. So once I drag this down and right side, so I will get my desired output. So now see, let's understand one by one cell. First discuss about this B2. In this B2, when I drag this formula to the downside, or when I drag this formula to the right side, my B2 cell should not get changed. B2 should remain the fix. So I will make this B2 as a absolute freeze, right? So here, make this one. Okay, put the dollar sign before the B and before the 2. Okay. Now, let's come to this E3 cell. In this E3, for this column, I need to add this E3 cell. For this column, I need to add the F3 cell. For this column, I need to go for G3. For this column, S3. For this column, Fi3. And for this column, J3. It means I need to move from E to F, F to G, G to H, and so on. So it means my column should keep change, but my row number is fixed. Row number 3 is fixed. So I will put the dollar sign before the row number 3. And when I will go in any of the column, whether E column, F column, G column, H column, I column, or J column, I need to add the value of this C column only. So it means when I drag this formula to the right side, my C column should not get changed. So put the dollar sign before the C. And once I press the enter, I'm getting this result. And now what I will do, see, I'm dragging this to the right side and dragging this to the downside. I'm getting my desired output. See, correct? This is the correct output, right? Now
Yes.
you can see there are 54 cells in which I have implemented this formula. And if you are not aware from the freezing concept, then in each and every cell, you have to put the formula manually for each and every cell. It means the 54 formula or the 54 times you have to perform this activity manually. But through the cell reference concept, you can see you have implemented the cell reference in a one cell. And once you drag it down and drag it right, you are getting your desired output. Correct. So now implement this at your end and just understand the concept. I'm just giving you the time to understand this concept, implement this, because this is a highly important. Because when we will just go for the next sessions also, and in the upcoming sessions where we will see the more feature and functionality of the functions, there I will use this concept. Okay, so at that moment you should not worry about it that you are not aware from this one. So that's why I'm just giving you the time, uh, you know So you just implement this formula at your end and understand this concept first of all. Okay. So I'm pasting this formula here on the top. So you can take the reference from here. Okay. And just implement this formula. Just implement this formula at your end and see what result you are getting. Okay. It doesn't mean that I have pasted and same you have written and you are getting the same output. That is fine. But you should understand the concept. Okay. Just try this everyone at your end. And I'm just giving you the time to understand this concept at your end also. Just perform this, please.
So this actual like we don't receive, I think,
Uh,
or
you
like
have
manually we need to do.
you have received this Excel file, right? Day 1.2.
Okay, we receive two files like
Two file na? Day 1.1 and day 1.2.
okay, okay.
So open that day 1.2 file.
Okay. I thought it was like yesterday file. So,
No issues, no issues. Is this done, everyone?
Yes, it's done.
Okay. Now, this is a assignment for you, which you can perform it offline. Now, so we have a one function in the Excel and which is known as a text function. Okay. So text function is what? This text function basically helps you to change the format of any text values. Okay. Or any values in any desired format. For example, I have these dates here. And these dates are written into the month, day, and year format. And I want to convert into DDMMYY format. So I will use the text function. This is a value. And in which format you are looking for? I said DD, MM, and YY. Okay. And once I press enter, so if you observe, my date was 10/14 and it has converted into 14/10. Okay. If I drag it down, you can see the result. Now, if you observe carefully for this row number 8, my original date was 2/1/2019 and in the output I'm getting 01/02/2019. 0 is added in the prefix. So actually what happens, let me show you the concept. So the day is basically used for the day, M for the month and Y for the year. If you write the single D and if any date is coming between 1 to 9, okay, so it will not add the 0 in the prefix. But if you have written the double D and if any date is coming between 0 to 9, it will add the 0 in the prefix. So here, this date is coming between 1 to 9, so that's why it is adding the 0 in the prefix. Okay, and same for the month concept. Okay, and now if you need the 3 letters of the day, like on these dates, what was the day? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or what? So I can use the text, and if I write the triple D, it will give me the 3 letters of the day. See, right? If I'm writing the today's date, for example, and enter, so today is Sunday, you can say Sunday. Okay, if you need the complete day, like entire Sunday, so use the 4D, this one. See, okay, this one. And now in the year, if you write the single Y or the double Y, it will give the 2 digit. For example, year 2024. If I use the single Y or the double Y, it will give me the 24. And if I write the triple Y or 4Y, it will give me the entire year as a 2024. Okay. For example, from this A column date, in E column, I am looking for